It is exactly 2 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. I just had to leave a second voicemail for the Greenville group in the last 12 hours. So I think 12 hours ago, maybe at 2:30 in the morning, I left a voicemail for the Greenville group. And now at 2 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, November 2nd, I also just had to leave a voicemail for the Greenville group regarding the same exact set of very aggressive surveillance-based methods of physical harm and harassment that I've been experiencing over the last 12 years, 12 hours almost continuously. Right now, I'm lying on my bed trying to rest. It is a Sunday afternoon. I had a very busy week, pulled a couple of all-nighters, and have the right to rest. And every single time I go down on my bed to try to rest, there is some psycho directly below in Unit 76 who starts violently slamming and banging things directly against the walls right below my bed. I mean, it's not even like a few feet over. It is directly below the headboard to this bed. It's like they're kicking or pounding the wall below the headboard to this bed. And at the same time, they propagate sickening, overpowering amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke. And because I'm lying on my bed and breathing all that stuff in, I'm assuming it's coming from below. I can't tell if it's coming from the vacant premises of the bathroom behind this wall or not, but it is very intense and very sudden. And concurrently, there is the use, once again, of a directed energy device to deliver electrical shocks to my person while I'm lying here on this bed trying to rest. This was happening at 2:20 last night. It had been ongoing for a couple of hours prior to the voicemail that I left for the Greenville group at 2:20 a.m. And now it's happening again. There was also a lot of screaming and shouting out on the street as soon as I woke up, maybe 45 minutes ago. And I've been lying here snoozing for the last 45 minutes. And this person directly below in 76 has been repeatedly kicking or slamming something heavy against the wall directly below my headboard. And that is exactly what they were doing 12 hours ago, also against the wall below my headboard. And this would not be possible without the admitted and ongoing use of surveillance devices by the Greenville group. They're the ones who told me there are surveillance devices in this living space. This was back in 2017. Ms. Felicita Rodriguez said, when I brought it to her attention, I thought this was audio. I said, are these devices audio devices or video devices? And she said, they're video devices. And if you're not happy with that, you can go talk to the police about it. Let's see, there was one of their maintenance managers. Well, one of their maintenance managers, they had two who told me that Jasmine Irizarry was the Greenville Group surveillance expert and that, yes, there are surveillance devices in my bathroom, but that they do not have access to the footage. I would have to speak to Oleg Eliseyev about the footage of the surveillance devices in my bathroom. Why would a property manager place surveillance devices in your bathroom and then have the staff admit that that's what they're doing? There's no possible legal justification for surveillance devices in someone's private bathroom unless you think that they're swallowing bags of drugs, like condoms full of drugs or something. And then I'm not even going to go there. So right now I'm lying on this bed trying to rest. There is no electronic equipment anywhere around this bed, none, that could be possibly delivering the electrical shocks that I continue to experience on a body-wide, person-wide basis while lying on this bed trying to rest. There's absolutely nothing around this bed. I don't have a router. I got rid of my router in 2020. See, now we're getting so, like, I have to keep this window open because the smoke and the fumes that are coming up from, I think it's 76, are so thick that I'm having now a hard time talking normally. It affects my voice almost immediately when these large quantities of smoke and fumes come into my living space and I have to lie here and breathe it in. I also have the air conditioner going as it was going last night to ventilate the space, and the smoke is so thick that it doesn't make a difference. My voice starts getting raspy as soon as I start breathing in the intense amounts of smoke and marijuana fumes that are coming from directly below. I think it's directly below. I mean, I can walk around right now and maybe do like a smoke source check, see who's deliberately burning. Yeah, they're doing it more and more even as I'm talking right now. This is definitely the behavioral thumbprint of the psychopath, Jasmine Irizarry, who's been doing this for 11 years now. And the kicker is she has the unique ability to deliberately burn and propagate sickening, overpowering amounts of smoke within just a few seconds, within an entire, like inside of an entire unit. She fills an entire unit within just a few seconds with smoke and fumes, which means that Irizarry is exactly what everybody says she is. And by everybody, I mean associates of the Greenville Group, persons who have made comments on my social media pages telling me she's getting paid to do this. The E13 police officers at the police station. She is a homicidal psychopath. Well, that has also been my direct experience at the Shattuck Hospital in 2006, that there was a patient named Jasmine Irizarry at the Shattuck Hospital in 2006 with the same exact appearance and behavioral pattern as the psychopath here in this building, and that she is a homicidal obsessive stalker who's also a sex offender. So when everybody tells you that that's what this person is, and then they continue to double down on their behavior, their harassment, and their surveillance-based intrusion of your personal activities, when you're in the privacy of your living space, then you're dealing with the same exact person that has been doing this for 11 years and presumably and previously at the Shattuck Hospital for another few years back in 2006 when she was an inpatient and receiving outpatient clinical therapy. So she was being housed there, but she was in an outpatient clinical therapy program. If that makes any sense, I would know. I was there when she was there. I did not treat Ms. Irizarry, but I was part of the team that was treating Ms. Irizarry. Members of my PhD program that I was in at the time were also treating Jasmine Irizarry, and everybody knew that she was trying to kill people by smearing her vomit and other body fluids all over other people in her vicinity because she is HIV positive. I happen to know that because that was part of the medical record at the time, and only clinical staff have access to patients' medical records. Ms. Irizarry is trying to kill people by using her body fluids, and therefore I have the right to mention this in a public video because it is for the public safety and it is a matter of public health. In fact, I should report this to the basically to the CDC. This is a violation of I don't know how many disease-containing protocols and safety laws regarding smearing contaminated body fluids all over people in the community and then trying to kill them with it. So that's what's going on now. The crooked Russian slumlord property manager, Oleg Lisiev, is knowingly housing a homicidal psychopath in this building named Jasmine Irizarry, who then smears her body fluids all over other people's personal effects, their food, their like your face cream, your personal hygiene products, and tries to infect them in that way. That's a homicidal threat, basically. So again, 2 p.m., just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group. And even as I'm making this video right now, and I'm a little tired, I've been lying here trying to rest. I'm having a hard time breathing. The window's open. It's not doing a very good job at ventilating the smoke and fumes that are being perpetually poured into this unit right now and have been over the last 35, 45 minutes while I've been lying here snoozing. And there's the ongoing and very intense, it has been intensified use of a directed energy device that Jasmine Irizarry, or somebody going by that name on YouTube, has admitted to using in multiple written comments that were completely and horrifically accurate in the detail that she was using to describe the level of intensity and duration of these electronic attacks as delivered by a directed energy device that Ms. Irizarry's friend Christopher Thomas referred to as a directed energy weapon in written comments on my page that I still have. And he said, it's a directed energy weapon. You should call it that. That's how you know that they're doing exactly what you continue to observe, document, and mention that they are doing. When they admit to it, double down on it, and then correct you in your usage of certain terms of the weapons that they happen to be using, because they're crooked slumlords who use other crooked they're crooked criminal slumlords who use criminals to do their dirty work, and they don't like it when you criticize them or use the wrong terms. Narcissistic psychopaths, pretty much all of them.